Hey guys, Dr. Prometheus here. So I know we were done with the season, but I had to revert back to a save because we were fired, but I was kind of confused because I thought we couldn't be fired. I thought I fixed that, but I guess that is I guess that is possible. So we might have to kind of force some things to ensure that we stay as the GM. So we might have to do some silliness. We might actually win the playoffs. Okay, no, at least we lost. So that is a thing. And then we'll kind of go with the end of the season and I'm going to see what we have. And I'll save it before we advance in case I have to do some silliness. Okay, so we end with 82 and 80 anyway. Nothing changes, so we're good here. I'm going to save it. You guys are going to get a sneak peek of something that's going to be coming in the future. And that is our Expos franchise, which is going to be one that we do after the Blue Jays in a Rule of 5 draft, which is going to be fun. So here we go. Let's advance the day. Milwaukee beats the Mets. Tampa beats the beats the White Sox. So that's already different. Cincinnati over Atlanta. It's even. The Dodgers. Elimination game there. And Cincinnati in their Cinderella season over Atlanta. And the Dodgers beat Milwaukee. So on the AL side, it's going to be the Yankees beating Tampa, and Minnesota beats Houston. What a wow. Dodgers looking for a sweep over Cincy, and that's an easy win. And look at Minnesota over there against the Yankees, a sweep. Okay, let's see what we have. The Twins. Dodgers take game 1. Minnesota evens it up. Dodgers take game 2. Minnesota ties it at game 7. And the Dodgers beat the Twins. So there is that. The league leaders really didn't change much. So kind of go through that. We will save it again. We might have to fiddle with this a bit, but I think it's because I forgot to have GM firing off, and I thought I could do that. Okay, there we go. So it only took once. So here we go. We will, of course, sign our contract. Okay, here's the retired players. Kevin Smith, that's one. At 25 years old, yeah, it makes sense. It's not the Kevin Smith that I thought. Luis Garcia. Okay. David Price, Long-time Dodger. Long-time Boston. I remember him from Boston playing a lot, watching him. He's going to go ahead and retire. Miguel Cabrera retires at 40 years old. He was a free agent. Didn't play anywhere. Jonathan LaCroix. Played a little bit for Minnesota. Logan Forsythe. Long-time guy. I remember watching him as well. He's been in the free agent pool for a while. Jonas Cespedes. Played for Chicago last season for a little bit as a reserve guy. And he's going to finally retire. Zach Davies. No, Zach Davis. I bet, not Davies. Julio Teheran. Okay. Played a little bit for Cincinnati, not much. On the bullpen, it looks like. Ian Desmond at 38. AJ Pollock. Asdrubal Cabrera, at 38 years old, had a long career. And then out, Yadier Molina, a long-time catcher for the Cardinals, retires at 41 years old. The guy's literally started in the MLB before that was when I entered high school in 2004. Jeez. Matt Barnes. Going down, I don't see anything big. Chason is one. Edwin Encarnacion. Burrell. Matt Harvey. TJ McFarland's in there. Tanner Rourke. Looking Salazar, Drew Smiley. Okay, and that's going to be your retirees. Miguel Cabrera gets to be the 2023 Hall of Fame inductee. That's good. Pretty good career for him. DJ LeMahieu has been put on the trade block. I don't know if he was actually traded at this point. Okay, so we have to think about our staff. So we went with a 1-year deal with Pryor. So he actually did not go up. Okay. Here's one. Bring in Juan Bayer. There's a $6 million on him though. You know what? I'm gonna re-sign him. This is Moneyball. Where's the man, the myth, the legend? Where's Pryor? Wish there was a way you could search. Corporate counsel, though. No. There he is. Let's sign him. Do a 2-year. Okay. We're not going to rebrand team. We're going to look at our free agents. D. Gordon is going to stay. I think Mark Canna is the one we resigned now. Let's make an offer. One year, $4 million. Matt Olson wants what? 17 million. Chapman wants 17 as well. Okay. I think we're gonna front load it. We're gonna front load both of them. Give him a player option. That's how we're gonna go into it. Okay, we're gonna tender it to Chapman. We did re-sign Matt Olson. Okay, we're in phase 1. Tender contracts, of course. We're gonna sign Calor to a 3-year deal. Same thing here. Not with Stupik. Leaf pitchers. That's a no. Yeah, I'm not giving that to Stevenson. Drafted him. Let's keep Ortiz. Garcia. Of course, Star. We drafted Star. Lotto. And we drafted Uribe as well. Three years, that's a good one. I like Ivy. Chamberlain. Okay, there's all of our offers there. Okay, DeGrom is out here. He has a qualifying offer, so is Jack Flannery. So those two are out. Same thing with Luis Castillo. The Reds. Ismani Grandal. And Lucas Giolito. Milo Urias has a big contract from LA. Actually, it's a $14 million. Josh Hader. That's a $5 million a year. Ooh. The player option. Oh my God. No one is offering Shohei Ohtani. I'm sorry. 5 years, $20 million deal. The player. Okay, we're gonna get some we're gonna make a couple of trades to get some cash off of here. So Sean Manaea, $6 million. Andrew Chafin. Craig Kimbrell. Clint Frazier. For $15 million. DJ LeMahieu. Taking on huge. Woodruff. I don't want to get anyone from the Blue Jays like that. Andrew Benintendi. I don't want to pull in more. Mike Trout, get out of here. That's intriguing. Ursul Schwarber, we've already kind of done that though. Josh Bell. Strasburg with that silly contract? Nah. Chris Bryant? What? Sonny Gray with that huge. Now this, okay, this is a good one. We get younger, and this is 100% dumping cap, which is what we want to do. So we are going to trade Clint Frazier, who cannot stay on the field healthy at this point. He's missed in the last 3 seasons that we've had him because we traded for him in year 1. In the last 3 years, he has actually only played maybe a combined year, a year and a half at best. So he's missed half the time he's been on this team. Sean Manaea, of course, a long-time guy, but hey, at this point, he had an off-season. We want to get better, but also younger. And we want to dump some cap. And then Craig Kimball didn't work out. We tried to do something with the bullpen, but we're trying to get something. So we're going to send this trade over to the Diamondbacks. In free agency, we're going to come over and we are going to sign Shohei Ohtani to this deal. Okay. That's our big offer. I don't think we can afford anything else. Honestly. How much does Gant want? $5 million. Workman wants $1 million. I don't know about that. We offered also to Josh Hader. I mean, there's not anything better. Altuve's too much for us. Ostakis? Was $13 million. That's a no. It's not something that we can deal with. We gave Chapman an offer. Jesse Winkler. He probably wants a big offer. $13 million, yeah. What about JD Martinez? Wants 3.9. We didn't bat very well. We already tried the Jose Martinez attempt. The center field. Jake Marisnik. No. Lorenzo Kane would just be a better one. Castellanos, no. Scotty's intriguing. But I don't think we want to go down that again. Gregory Polanco, same thing. So I think this is the one that we're going to do. We are going to make a couple of other ideas at this point. Ramos can come up and be in a bullpen. 100%. So does Tabor, and so does Salvatore Castillo. And that's our bullpen, essentially. Okay. Castle, Olsen. Thurston's going to be a AAA probably. I think we're going to end up also sending Armenteros. Is there anyone that I could see that we could go with from a catcher standpoint? Garnud wants $7 million. I'm gonna say no. We're gonna send Armenteros somewhere with Andrew Chafin. Don't want more pictures. The last thing I could use is more pictures. But a lot of people have an abundance of pictures. Do we at least have anyone have any catchers? Catcher's gonna have to be something that we concentrate on. I can see it now. Let's just put him on a trade block. Okay. Louise. I'm fine with that. So Chapman leaves. Luis Castillo goes to the Royals. Shohei Ohtani does come to Oakland. Okay, so we have our first big name leaving. So we keep Olsen, Chapman leaves. That means Mountcastle is going to be the everyday third baseman. Who's going to play in right? Okay. Second in outfield. Third. Second, first. Okay. Infield left. Okay. So there's that. A third. Mountcastle's going to be there. That is not something I thought was going to happen. So at least we get someone's first round pick. We gave them the gave him the qualifying offer. At least that wasn't short-sighted. Moustakas wants 13 million. Seager's 36. Josh Donaldson. Far from the player he was. Ursula wants 11 million. I'm concerned about outfield. That is one thing. I'm very concerned about outfield now. We're not going to fight over that one with Jesse Winkler. David Dahl wants 10 million. JD Martinez, $3 million. Max Kepler. What did Max Kepler bat for Houston? 260? And I'm eating for Tampa Bay. Batted great. Right field. How's his arm? Decent. 35 years old, though. Okay, oh, they already have one. Okay, I do have a question, though, and it's going to be a hilarious one. Wow. Armenteros, and you would literally give me that? I don't want to give you Laureano. Wow, really? You know what? We emptied the contract. We didn't sign Chapman. So we're gonna bring in Baez. This is gonna be funny. Okay. So I'm gonna change this again. Baez is going to play second. Okay, I'm gonna change this up once again. So you have Olsen playing first. Gold Glove guy. Makes sense. Keston's at second. Mountcastle's at third. Passon doesn't have a secondary position. Baez can play second. He's played second. But we are going to look at Passon at second. We'll see how he does at second as a secondary position. Mountcastle's at third. Okay, so that's a good one there. We sent Armenteros. So if I wanted to do one more, it would be Someone that has... Who's the guy that had all those positions? Nick Ahmed? No. It's like Pro Fur that had like a bunch of positions. Or was it within my own roster? Might have been within my own roster. First base, Ironman. Catcher. Everett can play catcher. Arm is a 67. Left field is probably the best for him. Game won't play right. We're gonna edit him again. He was able to play right field. Ironman plays third. Bias plays third. Actually, I take that back. Basone plays third. Okay. Jose Alvarado goes to the Astros. Lucas Giolito goes to the Angels. Here's the trade with the Tigers for Javi. Josh Hader chooses us. Okay, that's nice. Ken Giles goes to the Phillies. Okay, we need to look at our 40-man roster. Is there anyone that I care about losing? Maybe Quintana. He's 23, yeah. Dinelson Lamont goes to the Rays. Harrison Bader, center fielder, goes to the Reds. Here's the fight right now. DeGrom with the Mets, Angels, Colorado. Flannery between San Fran, Angels, and the Mets. There's Monty Grandel between the Sox, Cardinals, and Houston. That would be bad. Devers with Tampa Bay, Colorado, or Milwaukee. Hicks with Cards, Brewers, Yanks, Mondesi between Colorado and KC. Last night between Tampa, White Sox, and Toronto. Kenta Maeda doesn't have anyone. Altuve doesn't have anyone. Urshela, Brad Hand, Ryan Presley. Kepler wants a huge deal, yeah. Ahmed Rosario was no. That's a good one for him. Gara, James Paxton. Proffer is probably going there. Amir Garrett's probably going to San Diego. Jesse Winkler to the Cubs, probably. Finley Jansen. Only 12 innings. John Walker. Yu Darvish, yeah, we're good. Moustakas would be intriguing, but no, I think I'm fine with what we have. Okay. Does Monty Grandel goes to the Cardinals? Thank you. Stay out of my division. Jacob deGrom goes to the White Sox. Rafael Devers goes to Tampa. Eduardo Rodriguez goes to the Rockies. Urshela goes to the Rays as well. I would like Hicks, but that's way too much. Anyone that I particularly like? We already tried Cam Bedrosian. Not sure if it's this franchise or not, but that's just a bad thing to do. Holder. Good amount of holds. Only blew one save, 22 holds. How much does he want? 3.2. Give you 2 years. And that. Okay, we got the players that we wanted. Andrew Benintendi is sent to the Phillies in exchange for Jose Peraza, second baseman, and Jamie Leach, first baseman. Okay, getting younger there. It's like also a cap switch. Mark Pryor is our manager. Jose Altuve goes to the Phillies. Mondesi goes to the Giants. Flannery picks the Padres. Kepler goes to the Rays. Rays spending a lot of money here. Jordan Hicks goes to the Cardinals. Brad Hand goes to the Brewers. Okay, let's look at it again. Anyone young? Like mid-20s that we can develop? Okay, I'm good. Kenta Maeda goes to the Brewers. I think we're done with this. Ryan Presley goes to the Rangers. Paul DeJong goes to the White Sox. Full of 5 draft. And they have to be on the roster. I am not big on anyone. This guy could be good, but no, I'm good. Johnny Marte was signed to go to the Mets. $2 million, that's fine. $3 million, that's fine. Yep. Okay, we're good. Okay, spring training. Let's look at this now. I don't know what's going on here. Shohei Ohtani is the ace. Hendricks, Sanchez, Luzardo, and let's go with probably cease at this point. Well, no, because we did this to open a spot. And if we open a spot, it goes to Espinoza. So there's Espinoza. He's going to be the one over here. Closing pitcher is going to be Hader. Okay. That's how that one's going to go. The lineups. Zone's going to be at third. Baez is going to be at short. Castilla is going to be in left. Right's going to be Mountcastle. Canada's going to be the DH to start the year. Okay. Third base. Right field. Okay. Okay, this is going to be hilarious. So what if we do this? Now, does this allow it? It does. Okay, so let's do this. Zone. Baez is going to be third. Yeah, so that's how we're going to do that. Have Castilla lead off. Baez, Olsen. Shohei's going to bat fourth. Olsen. Okay. That's that. I want to make sure that this is in fact what happens. And that's how you can get around it. So that's how you get around it. Is you actually put Shohei Ohtani not as the number one as your ace, but you put him as the number two in your pitching staff, what allows you to bypass and put him in because the number two pitcher is on your batting roster. So you can put your number two pitcher as the DH with Shohei Ohtani, which is nice. Okay. So I wanted to bat with him. And we will. So that's awesome. Okay. So in the next episode, we're going to go through some spring training. I do want to see if we can bat with some Shohei Ohtani a little bit. A crazy offseason. It's insane that we went ahead and actually lost Chapman. Like, that is crazy. Okay, those are scouts. Let's look at our budget at this point. So we're under. We're actually only at 20 million. So the change between this year and last year is only about 10 or 15 million. That's mostly because Matt Olson's contract is front loaded. Shohei Ohtani was in there. We actually freed up some cap space for him. We freed up the cap space for Javier Baez. Chapman didn't sign with us, so we were able to take in Ohtani. Hendricks is still at that 10. Hader was a small amount. Canada's at 4.2. We went with Mountcastle, so Sexto Sanchez is cheaper than what we did have. So, I mean, we did some good stuff. 1.9 for Yuriel Munoz instead of the 4 or 5 million that we were getting for D. Gordon. So, a lot cheaper in many cases, which is exactly what we wanted. We're at 116 in our player salaries for this season, keeping right under the budget at this point. Let's see if we can get a better way of going about things and actually getting some wins. Look at our depth chart. So this is what we're looking at right now. Laureano in center. Castilla, hopefully he doesn't have an injury, is over in left. Mountcastle is going to roll over to right. Olsen is at first. Hurria's at second. Olsen's a gold glove guy, so we don't want to move him from first. Same thing with Keston. He's pretty good on defense there at second. Javi Baez, one of the best shortstops in the league. Basone at third. They say he's 30th, but I think it's all good. Ironman is in there as well, so we might see some movement there, but adding Baez is big. Shohei Ohtani is the DH. as well as our best pitcher. He's going to be our second guy, though. Our ace would be Kyle Hendricks, so we can actually use Ohtani as a DH. Sean Murphy is going to stay as the catcher. Everett Cruz, though, and Schwartz are not far behind him. We also have a guy in the outfield, which can also be, which we didn't pull up. Is it Bauer? No, it's not Bauer. It's Everett Cruz. Everett Cruz. Okay. He's actually on the depth chart as the backup catcher. Makes sense, which we do want to keep him up at the majors. So, looking at the bullpen, Josh Hader will be our closer. Dominguez will be behind him. Martin Collier will be up in the rotation. It'll be either him or Espinoza. I think it's going to be Collier. Holder in the bullpen. Nelson Koo will be down at AAA. Cease will be up the majors. Kopech and Ezele will be up there. They're kind of our long relief in bullpen and injury issues. Andrew Miller will be up there. Tabor will be up there. And maybe we do make some changes in the bullpen. As you go into 2025, I don't see anyone that's massively going to fall off here. Andrew Miller will probably retire by then. Mark Cannon, the same thing. Munoz, the guy that we have as a utility, will start plateauing. But he's done after the contract next year, and I think from there we have a lot more to offer in the outfield. Going to 2026, Laureano will have to re-sign him. At that point, he'll be 31. He'll start to plateau. Mountcastle, 82. Looks like he'll plateau around there as well. He'll be about 30. Hurria will be re-signed, no doubt. Ohtani will be up in the 90s. At that point, Baez goes into his starts plateauing and hitting into his mid-30s by the end of 2026, but I think he's going to be good, and he's going to be a mainstay at short. Passon gets good at third. Thurston, kind of in and out. I think he's going to be at AAA this season. Pitchers looks good as we go in, because by 2028, Color, Ohtani, Espinoza are up in the 90s. Koo will be up there. We'll probably also re-sign Sixto Sanchez, so he'll be up there, and I think we'll be good. Olson's in a long-term deal, and he just stays right around where he should. Our bullpen looks at least decent with Josh Hader, Salvatore Castillo, Matt Tabor, Pineda. So, I mean, Everett Cruz. So, I mean, we have some good stuff. Right now, we are 9th overall, 5th in speed, 8th in contact, 4th in power, 11th in pitching, and 5th in defense. Team salaries are $16 million. That's only 16 more than what we had last season. I think we were under 100 million. So let's look through the prospects. Vander Franco, 21 years old, is the best prospect in the league. Thompson's behind him. Going through Simon Woods Richardson, who we have in our Blue Jays franchise, was traded over the Giants. Color is at number 8. The reason he's not at 7 is because Franco up there at 1. Kind of going down. We're not seeing any more of our guys. Ramis Edelman down here at short, 75 overall at 41. And Matt Tabor, who's going to be at the MLB level. We need to develop some bullpen arms, and he's going to be one that definitely more excited on. He has the relief ability, but I think if we put him as a starting pitcher, we won't be able to have him in the bullpen. So, thank you all for joining me, guys. Don't forget to leave a like below, comment, and subscribe. In the next one, we will get into spring training. Later, guys.